Hey guys!
Welcome to our library!
So today's video, as you can tell by the title of this video, is going to be the Netflix book tag. Okay, I have to admit, I do not have a Netflix account, so I do not watch Netflix. The only time I ever watched Netflix was with my roommate Jordan in college, and when I watched The Crown with my family. So I'm not the right person to be doing this book tag, but I thought it would still be fun to show you guys what I picked for these questions. And if you like my videos, click the subscribe button down below. Let me know your answers for all the questions in the comments down below, and let's get to the video. So the first question is recently watched. What is the last book that you finished reading? And that for me is one that I had to read for school, and this is a very unpopular opinion. I did not enjoy it as much as other people have enjoyed it, and that is Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. I know this is a lot of people's favorite book, but I didn't like it. I gave it like a 3 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. Yeah, not my favorite book. I don't feel like talking about it that much. If you don't know what the book is about, it's about this guy named Montag who's a fireman, but instead of putting out fires, they start fires by burning books, and it's about his journey through all of that. And yeah, I'm gonna continue because that book just didn't do it for me. I'm sorry. The second question is top picks. A book or books recommended to you based on another book that you have read. This one was kind of hard for me because people don't really recommend me books. I just kind of search the internet and find books that sound interesting to me. But I'm going to pick 2 from my childhood. One of them I'm not sure if it was recommended to me, but I think the other one was. So we're just going to roll with it for this one. And when I was younger, we'd go to Barnes & Noble and I'd buy a book. And you know on your receipt how it would say recommended books because you bought these books, and it would like have a list of books. I think one of the 2 books that I have for this question were ones that were on that list. So we're just going to roll with that and say they were. The first one is My Life in Pink and Green. I can't remember if I bought this at the school book fair or if this was recommended to me from Barnes & Noble, but I'm going to say this one by Lisa Greenwald. I really enjoyed this book when I was younger. It's about this girl who, I think she's going to prom or like homecoming or something, and it's all about her getting dressed up and ready or something along those lines. It's a really good book. If you are a younger audience, I definitely recommend you pick this up. I also have the second book, which is My Summer in Green and Pink. I never got around to reading it, but I wish I would have, and I still might because I really did enjoy this book, and I kind of really want to read the second one because, yeah, I really enjoyed this book. And the second book that I have for that question, because I think this one was actually recommended to me on the list, who knows, but that is 13 Little Blue Envelopes by Maureen Johnson. This book took me forever to finish. I don't know if I just lost interest or if I just forgot about it, but I finally finished reading it like only a few years ago, and it was really good. There's also a second book called The Last Little Blue Envelope, and I wanted to read that but never got around to it again. But this one is about this girl named, what's her name? But it's about this girl named Ginger whose aunt runs away, and she leaves these envelopes for this girl to find, and like it's clues, and she has to go find the next envelope and stuff. She ends up like going to London, I think it is. She has to travel from New York to, I think it's London, and then from there she goes to like different places based on where the envelopes lead her to, and it's a really fun little book. Again, if you are a younger audience, definitely pick this one up. I definitely recommend this book. The next question is recently added. What is the last book that you bought? And for me, it was Piper Perish by Kayla Kagan. This book is just simply stunning, okay? Hold on, you're not ready for this. I haven't showed you guys this book yet. You're not ready for this. Look at the outside of this book. This is like the actual book. It's like paintbrush strokes because it follows this girl who's an artist. That's the extent of my knowledge for right now. I know she's an artist and something happens, of course. Something always happens. So this book, basically, it just follows this artist girl around. I'm not really sure what it's exactly about, but that's how I want to go into this book because it sounds really good from the one description that I did hear about it. Oh, and it's got like little drawings and stuff in it. Oh, that's cute. I like, ooh. Are these what all the chapter headers look like, or is that just a random drawing in the book? I don't know, but this book is just extremely beautiful, and I'm so glad I picked it up because it sounds good and it's pretty, and I like pretty books. The next question is popular on Netflix. Books that everyone knows about, 2 that you have read and 2 that you have not read. So the first one that I have picked for the I have read section is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I feel like everyone read this book in like 2000 and what was it, like 12, 13 was when this book, or 2013, 2014, when this book was all the rage. Oh my god, everyone and their mom read this book. And I have to say, I am one of the ones that did not cry because everyone told me I was going to cry. I didn't cry for that book. Sorry about it, August. Anywhoosies, the second book that I picked for the books that I have read in the popular on Netflix category is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I feel like a lot of people have read this book. If you have not read this book, I definitely recommend it. It follows our main character, Kath, and as she starts college, and she has a twin sister, and she meets a boy, Levi, the best book boyfriend ever. It's just a really, really good novel. Such a good story. If you are a freshman in college, I highly recommend you pick this up. I picked this up my senior year, and it was just as good. I adored it so much, and I can't wait to reread it again one day. So now for the 2 books that I have not read that everyone knows about. And the first one is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Everyone and their mom has read this little duology so far. I think there's a 3rd book coming out as well, so it's a trilogy. It's a damn series, okay? I can't say trilogy. You get what I mean. But I have not read this book yet. I am wanting to read it really bad. I picked it up to start reading it one day, and at the moment it just wasn't catching my attention. But I'm really excited to read this book one day. It is, I think it's like a kind of a Beauty and the Beast retelling in a way. That's how a lot of people describe it. So I'm very interested to read this one day and read the second book, because I heard Court of Mist and Fury is like so, it's just something, and I'm just ready to read that book, but I need to get through this one first. And the last book that I have for this question on the books that I have not read side is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This is another one that everyone is obsessed with and is loving, and I have not read it yet, but my friend Christine has read it, and I know she adored it, so I can't wait to read this one day. I don't know really what it's about, but I know a lot of people have been obsessed with Kaz. I think that's who they've been obsessed with, but yeah, I need to read this soon. The next question is comedies, a funny book, and this one I had a tough time with, but I chose The Duff by Cody Keplinger. I don't know why I chose this book. I guess it was funny in parts, and I really did enjoy this book. The movie, don't get me started on the movie, but I did enjoy this book. I hate this cover so much. I want the normal cover, but that's a different topic. This was a funny book at certain points. The things that Bianca has to do with Wesley and just the scenarios that they're put in, I guess are kind of funny. But yeah, I recommend this book. I do not recommend the movie, though. Don't watch the movie at all, I promise you. Watch the movie if you're watching the movie by itself. But if you have read the book, don't watch the movie. The next question is dramas. A character who is a drama queen or king. And for this one, I had to go with Queen Lavina, because she is, oh my god, y'all, she's a mess. Also, this is Fairest by Marissa Meyer. This is the novella all about Lavina, and it gives you the backstory of why she is the way she is, but she is definitely a drama queen. She gets everything that she wants. She is just a big bully that nobody likes. And that's all I'm gonna say. The next question is animated. A book with cartoons on the cover. This one I kind of struggled with, but I chose Billy and Me by Giovanna Fletcher. Does this count as cartoons? Probably not, but I chose this book because it's a really cute cover and it looks cartoonish to me, and I really enjoyed this book. I enjoyed the storyline of this book, but I thought Giovanna's writing was going to be a little bit better. That's all I'm going to say about that book. The next question is, watch it again. A book or book series that you want to reread again soon. And for me, it's one that I talk about all the time to you guys, and that is the Selection series by Kiera Cass. I adore Kiera Cass's writing so much. I adore her as a person. I just love everything about Kiera Cass. If you guys have never read The Selection, it is a cross between Hunger Games and The Bachelor, and it's just so good. The whole series, not the whole series. When you start The Heir and The Crown and Edelyn, and you get Edelyn into your world, it's just not good. Read the first 4 books and you'll be good. But the last 2 books, Edelyn's a bitch. That's all I'll say. The next question is documentaries, a nonfiction book that you read. I don't think I've ever read any nonfiction books, but I'm going to give you one that I started reading. I just never finished. And that is A Work in Progress by Connor Franta. I am obsessed with this book cover. Look how pretty this is. This little triangle, and then you open it up, and it's like, ba-bam! And I'm like, oh my god, you're so pretty. I started reading this book. It was good. I just never finished it. Yeah, it's a memoir about Connor Franta, and I'm going to recommend it to you because what I did read of it was really good. Connor Franta, I adore him so much. He's so cute and adorable. He has a YouTube channel. If you want to go watch him, I'm sure all of you already know about Connor Franta, though. So, yeah, Connor Franta, A Work in Progress. The next question is adventure or action, an action-packed book. This one I have two because since I started reading this series, all the books kind of meshed together for me. So I don't remember which book was more action-packed, but I'm going to go with Scarlet and Cress from the Lunar Chronicle series by Marissa Meyer. This series is all so good. I know you've heard me talk about it a million times. It has Cinder, which is before Scarlet. Cinder, Scarlet, Cress, Winter, and then Ferris goes in between these two or in between these two. It's really good. These books, I don't remember which one had Scarlet. Scarlet had a lot of action in it. Oh, yeah, because this ended massive. But then Crest had a lot of action in it too. So I'm going to go with these two books for that question because a lot happens in these two books. And I can't wait to finish this series someday soon. I started Winter again for the second time at the beginning of the semester. Then I had all those books I had to read for class. And I was like, nah, I can't read two books at one time. So I had to put Winter on the back burner. But I have two more books left to read in that class, and then I'll be able to read whatever I want again. I'm so excited for that day to come. The last question is new releases, a book that just came out recently or a book that is coming out soon that you cannot wait to read. And I don't have the physical books in my hand because one of them, well, both of them probably are still being written actually, and that is whatever Kara Cass is working on. Like I just said, I adore Kara Cass so much. I will read anything that she writes, and I think she's working on a book right now. I have no idea what it's about, no idea at all. But then the second book that I'm going to say for this question is actually, it has a title, and I don't know if it has a date that is coming out yet, but it definitely has a title, and that is Save the Date by Morgan Matson. It's a book about a wedding. That's all I know, and it's all I need to know. I love Morgan Matson. As you can tell, my little Morgan Matson pile of books right here. I love her so much. Follow her on social media everywhere as well, and she's just a wonderful human being that I cannot wait to read her book, and I don't know when it's coming out. I don't know what it's about other than a wedding, but I cannot wait to read that one. So hope you guys enjoyed this little fun book tag. I had so much fun filming it for you guys. Let me know in the comments down below, like I said in the beginning of this video, what your answers to these questions are, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!
Thank you for watching!
Ah! Ooh, short hair don't care.